My work is a bit of two worlds because I work in an office. I am a reviewer, but I am also an auditor, and I go to food industry audits. The branch of my TÜV Rhineland certification body is the office in Olsztyn, where I have the pleasure to work. I think the office was established here in Olsztyn because it is such a cradle of food technologists, and also a lot of production plants are here. Agricultural and Technical Academy, now called university, where this food technology can be found, and which is such a very important element to gain education and experience as an auditor. A reviewer is a person who reviews the audit documentation and the reports and makes a certification decision based on these reviewed reports and documentation. As an auditor, I visit various companies. These are foreign companies, for example, in Bulgaria, Romania, Spain, but also local plants such as, for example, the plant in Kętrzyn. What is the certification process in the food industry? When we visit the company, first there is a short documentation assessment to get acquainted with the client's documentation. And basically, we spend 50% of the audit in production, where individual elements are audited and controlled. The first element, hygiene and hygiene regime, is very important. This is why we, as auditors, must also comply with the procedures and instructions of the company. We wear the appropriate outfits and caps. The company very often has clothing assigned to individual risk classes in the production plant. Often, this means different colors to identify these areas. An important element to pay attention to, for example, allergens. The ingredients must be separated from each other so that they don't come into contact, because an allergen is a component that a person may be allergic to. They must be properly identified and separated so that there is no cross-contamination. This is required in the food industry standards. Hello. Hello. What allergens do you have here in this area? Egg yolk, mustard and milk. Okay. What are you doing to avoid cross-contamination? We have separate containers for the paddles, and we have each paddle described and used for a different product to consider. So here, for example, the red one is a yolk spoon, and this yellow one is for yogurt and milk. Good. And here are the markings. All right, thank you. You're welcome. The roots of the Kętrzyn mayonnaise factory date back to pre-war times. In addition to mayonnaise and mustard, the best-known products are also powdered cakes, including the famous Kętrzyn gingerbread. Since 2018, all products have been under one brand. Kętrzyński, 1945. The next important step is the supervision of foreign bodies in the plant. Companies use a device called a metal detector. It is a device that is used to capture any foreign matter contamination. Testing is done during the audit. To the finished product, that is, for example, our finished product jar, we insert a tester and pass it through the detector. If the device works well, and it should work well, then these jars with the contaminated product are rejected. Another element of the audit is the traceability check. What is this about? Often the auditor either arrives with a sample of the selected finished product at the plant, or can choose such a product from the finished goods warehouse. If we collect such a product from the warehouse, the plant has 4 hours to identify all elements, all ingredients, and also the route of this product to customers. Physicochemical and microbiological tests are carried out in the factory laboratory. During the audit, the auditor controls the results of these tests. For gingerbread, for example, dry mass and the presence of volatile substances. I don't know if everyone knows that organoleptic tests are also carried out. In the case of such gingerbread, after the production, when the gingerbread has been baked, it is cut in half by a laboratory technician, and its consistency and taste are checked. Production plants and auditors care about the same things to make this final product safe. I work with a very nice group of people every day. Food safety is very important for each of us, which I think translates into us meeting in the afternoons, making friends and spending time together. Living in Olsztyn, I often choose regional products from that production plants that I have had the pleasure of visiting and auditing. I know then that these products are safe and I can share them with my friends and my family.